Hi everyone, Alaska here, and if you notice I look a little different today. Today is the day of disguises, and by tonight you'll know what I mean. Um, right now I'm going to read you chapter 2, and this is going to be in Layla's point of view, and she's in Athens with her brother Amir, just so you know off the bat. Okay, chapter 2, Layla. Amir, Amir, you can't leave, I'm not ready. You know what Dad said. Clothes flew over my shoulder as I searched out my other sandal. For spending weeks planning me and my brother's vacation, I had failed miserably when it came to packing for it. I found shirts without their matching shorts, daring sundresses I couldn't bear to wear now that I was away from home. Nothing about coming to Athens was going right. My brother was supposed to be my chaperone, yet he found every opportunity to ditch me. I should have been happy about that, but my sudden freedom was a shock compared to the life of being overprotected. Amir! What? He yelled out, full of frustration. I'm right here texting Jessa. Hurry up or the sun will be gone by the time we head down. A girl left me as I spun on my bed, flattening myself to the mattress so that I could look underneath. We had slept later than intended, and I knew it had to be close to noon. My stomach growled, but I ignored it as I squinted through the darkness. You have 5 minutes or I'm heading down without you. I'll be right there. Damn Jessa and her need to spoil our one trip away before college. My brother had only been dating her for 3 months, yet they were inseparable. I'd had no idea she was even coming until we were boarding the plane to Lake Georgia. Surprised, she had called out, and it had been, for both me and my twin. My only relief was that she had gotten her own room and hadn't tried to stay in ours. Layla! I'm coming! I scrambled from the bed, scanning the floor, nearly yelling as I spotted the end peeking out from underneath the resort's tiny dresser. I headed over, pulling it free and slipping it on before rushing from the room. My brother's brown eyes immediately shot up to mine from the screen of his phone. About time, Jessa ordered us drinks. She said they're already melting. The aggravation was there, but from the mischievous smile tugging at his lips, I could feel my feet nearly stumble. What sort of drinks? The good kind? Alcohol? My question was hissed as he opened the door and slid on his sunglasses. The silver-tinted lenses looked good against his dark skin. If I wanted to be honest, my brother won the genetic lottery between the two of us. He was tall, all lean muscle, with perfect features and dark wavy hair. It was probably why at only 18 he was dating a woman who was nearly 4 years our senior. As for me, I knew I was pretty, but I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. In my opinion, my breasts were too big, and although my waist was slim, my hips took away from it. Not that my lack of confidence really mattered. If a guy did get close, my brother was fast to tell them to get lost. Amir laughed as we reached the stairs that led to the lobby. He looked up from his phone, bringing the towels closer to his chest as he turned to me. Do you think there's a more beautiful place than here? You mean you've actually seen it? Athens? Confusion swamped his face, only to fade as he threw me a look. What? We came here on vacation, yet you've been so preoccupied with your phone and Jessa you've barely had time to enjoy this place. We had plans. We were going to explore the historical sites, visit museums, and take a day cruise to tour the islands. We still can. Jessa being here won't change that. My frown was immediate. We've been here for 3 days, and we've done nothing but sit by the pool and venture down the main road to get something to eat. I wanted to see the beach. The Temple of Zeus is visible from our window, yet when I told you I wanted to go, you said maybe later. That was 2 days ago, Amir. He came to a stop, glancing over and waving reassuringly at Jessa, who was now standing next to the umbrella table she had saved for us. Only a handful of other people were around the small pool area. 2 men wearing bright Hawaiian shirts, sitting 3 tables over, a blonde woman suntanning on a lounging chair, and a couple talking on one side of the pool. Slowly he turned back to me, grasping one of my hands in his. I'm sorry, you're right. You've been planning this for a long time, and I have to honor that. You know I had no idea she was coming. I know. He smiled, shaking our hands playfully. Then tomorrow we'll see your Temple of Zeus and whatever else you want. Alone? Amir's mouth opened only to close. Sure, it'll be just the 2 of us. With no phone. Again, hesitation. I'll keep it in my pocket. You promise? I give you my word, and you know I would never break that. My smile was genuine as I let him lead me down the rest of the steps. Jessa remained standing at our approach, and she didn't hesitate to wrap her arms around my brother the moment we got close. "There you both are. I was wondering if the two of you got lost." Shoulder-length brown hair blew back at the breeze, and she reached up, lifting the rose-tinted aviators she wore to display round blue eyes. "I couldn't find my shoe. I guess when—" "Baby, you have to try this drink." Jessica cut me off, pulling Amir more toward the table as they began to talk. When they sat, their attention was so engrossed with one another that they didn't seem to notice I was still standing. A sigh left me, and I headed over, taking my seat. A bright blue glass sat on the table next to me, and I passed on trying it as my brother placed his back down. "Wow, that's really good." "Right? I knew you'd like it. I figured we'd loosen up a little bit before tonight." "Tonight?" I leaned more over the table toward Jessa. "What happens tonight?" Silence. Amir's lips parted guiltily as he looked between us. "Nothing much. Jessa found a club she wants to check out. I was going to tell you, but I figured it wasn't your scene. Besides, you really don't need to be in that environment anyway." "But it's okay for you to go." "Layla—" "Don't," I snapped. "Go have fun. Without me." Pushing from the chair, I headed back for the stairs. If this wasn't going to be our vacation, I'd see Athens on my own. My father's rules be damned. I wasn't going to ruin my trip by waiting for my brother to fit me into his schedule. I pounded up the cement stairs, turning into the entrance of the hotel, only to jolt to a stop at a colliding force. It was on just as big of a mission as I was. We hit hard, and the air locked in my lungs as my knees gave out. Strong arms held tightly to my hips, preventing my fall. I should have apologized or said something. The words were impossible as I peered into bright blue eyes. "Are you okay?" Somehow I managed to get my legs to work as the blonde righted me. Although I still looked at him, he was scanning the pool surroundings. "I'm sorry," I forced out. "I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking where I was going." A smile came as the piercing blue returned and searched my face. His brows drew in, and his fingers trawled up my waist, moving to come and hold just above my elbows. "That makes two of us. I'm Travis Sloane." The smile almost made me think that was supposed to mean something. "I'm Layla." Absolutely beautiful. Heat burned into my cheeks, and my quick steps back from his arms only had his smile widening. "It's nice to meet you, Travis. I should go." "Of course. Will I see you later? I heard they serve dinner on the rooftop. Any chance I can save you a seat?" "Layla." I turned, spying Amir bounding up the stairs. He took one look at Travis and narrowed his eyes protectively. I knew that look all too well. Yet there was a shock on his face. It had him slowing his steps. "You want to have dinner with me?" "If you're free and willing." Although Travis spoke, his stare never left my approaching brother. There was a change within his depths I couldn't read, a darkening of the blue that gave me pause. If it wasn't for Amir calling out to me again, perhaps I could have better attuned to the caution my instincts warned me of. "Layla, what are you doing?" "What does it look like I'm doing? I'm saying yes to dinner. I'm free, and you have a date with Jessa, so I don't see the problem." "So that's a yes." I glanced up, nodding to Travis, trying to look confident. The truth was, I was anything but. The man was way out of my league, and older than I felt comfortable around. I guessed he was around his mid-20s, but I wasn't sure. "Great. I'll save you a seat. I'll see you at the rooftop at 7? 7 is good." Amir was surprisingly quiet as Travis slid his fingers along my palm and brought it to his lips. "Perfect. See you tonight." With that, the handsome stranger headed outside. Amir was holding his shades, gaping at me as his gaze followed Travis down the steps. I didn't wait for one of his lectures. I headed toward my room, trying my best to ignore the footsteps that rushed up and began to follow. "You're having dinner with Travis Sloane? The Travis Sloane? This isn't happening." I glanced over my shoulder, weighing his words as I made it to our door. Amir was whispering and still shaking his head. "I don't understand. Who's Travis Sloane?" "I can't believe this." "Only one of the most popular men on the web. I think he may be a model or something. I've seen his page a few times. The girls go gaga over him." "Oh." My worries increased, but something else was there, an excitement I couldn't ignore no matter how much I wanted to. "Shouldn't you be with Jessa?" "Yeah, I'll head back down in a minute." I wanted to talk to you about tonight. What about it? You're going to a club and I have a dinner date. In the meantime, I'm headed to see Zeus. But we were supposed to do that tomorrow. I'm tired of waiting. I came here for some type of adventure. That's what I plan to do. And we can, tomorrow. I know you're upset about not being invited with me and Jessa, but we both know Dad wouldn't approve. Snatching my purse angrily, I throw him a look. Maybe not. No worries, though. I don't want to go, nor would I have accepted the invitation had you given it. The thing is, you didn't even ask me if I wanted to join you. What were you planning to do, Amir? Sneak out after I went to sleep? Lie and say you were going somewhere else? Out of silence, my hand shot up. It doesn't matter. It's done. Have fun. I plan to do just that for the remainder of my trip. Alone. I only got a few steps before my brother's voice echoed behind me. What about Travis Sloan? I don't like him around you. I want you to cancel. You have no idea who he is. My hand paused at the door handle. Slowly I grabbed it, letting bitter words leave me before I could stop them. No way I'm canceling. You're right. I don't know who he is, but I think I'd like to find out. And that is chapter 2. So, we have our scout, we have Layla, we have Amir, and we have Everly at the beginning. And chapter 3 is almost done, so I can't wait to have you that tonight.